Okay, remember, we are parked in Pine. Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, we are in Williamsburg, Virginia, and even more specifically than that, we are here at Colonial Williamsburg. Now, Colonial Williamsburg is a classic attraction. People from all over the country come here to visit Colonial Williamsburg. I myself have never been. I figured I've gone too long without going to Colonial Williamsburg, so I figured we'd come out here today and check out this attraction. Now, Colonial Williamsburg, in the 1930s, they renovated this area, which was the capital of colonial Virginia, as in Virginia back before it was a U.S. state, before the U.S. even existed, before back when we were simply colonies of Great Britain. And this, of course, in the lead up to the Revolutionary War, where we would eventually become our own country. So I know they renovated the area, they rebuilt historic buildings, preserved other buildings that were still there, and created this colonial wonderland for us to enjoy. So please follow me. Oh, you see those colonial flags flapping in the wind. We're out here in front of the visitor center. I figured this is a good place to start, where we can get some tickets. Okay. Looks like we have some gift shop areas in here. Some little lambs hanging out here by the well. It says purchase tickets ahead. Uh-oh, it's a bad omen. The press penny machine is out of order. Dang it. I have to miss out on these for now. Now I know I have to come back to get these. Okay, so this is the ticket purchasing zone. Okay, so I bought my ticket online, and ticketing is interesting here because it's actually free to go into the historic area. You can just walk the streets, see the buildings for absolutely free. But I guess if you want to go in anywhere or do anything inside or have access to anything beyond walking around, then you do need your ticket, and it was $35 for one adult. And here we have our map of Colonial Williamsburg. See a little preview of the miniature version here first. So you can walk over to the historic area, but let's see what the shuttles are all about. Okay, it looks like we wait over here for the shuttle to arrive. Here comes the shuttle. All right, everybody pile in. So I hopped off here at the first stop. No one else got off, so I don't know how you're supposed to do this, but I figured we just stop the first stop and we just head into the town. And as we head in here, motor vehicles are prohibited. That would destroy the immersion. So as I consult the old map here, we see this is it's a very big place. It's like a whole town. Let's see, I don't even know where to start. We'll just start wandering and see what we see. And here we are. This is the Governor's Palace. So the Governor of Virginia, the Colonial Governor of Virginia, would live here. Of course, he would answer to the government of Great Britain. All right, I think we're going to head in to the palace and take a tour. All right, we gathered in here to begin the tour around the portrait of Governor Spotswood of Virginia. I actually know who he was because he is the one that sent his men into North Carolina to kill Blackbeard successfully. He had Blackbeard the pirate killed and had his head put on a pike. Oh, I'm gonna catch up with my group. So as far as the photography policy, the only rule they said, no doing it on stairs. That's a pure safety issue. So just like no scares on stairs, no vlogging on stairs here in Williamsburg. We're actually moving into the official palace here. Oh my gosh, look at this room in here. The walls are covered by 1,000,000 guns and swords. Look at all those guns up there. These are all swords, and those are guns. Oh, maybe the governor's been writing some letters here. A lot of glasses and bottles in here. A lot of writing with quills as well. Yeah, oh my God! Look, this is next level guns. An entire palace filled with weapons. You can see a little bird cage. Oh, you can see in here the wig, that powdered wig. This must be where the governor kept his wig. So a lot of bird cages. The governor loved birds. All right, I'm gonna head up the stairs. No filming on the stairs, so I'll see you at the top. The staircase here also filled with guns. So there's actually Lord Dunmore, who was the resident here prior to the Revolutionary War, and it is actually set up to show that they're scrambling to get back to England. You can see them throwing all their stuff in a chest. This is Lady Dunmore's sitting in dressing room, getting dressed there in front of the mirror. And check out this wallpaper. Heading back downstairs, we're here in the ballroom. You can see these portraits here covered up. I'll preserve them a bit. Exit out here into the palace gardens. I admit I'm not very good with Revolutionary War history. Something I need to learn more about, and that's what I'm doing today, learning more about it. But yeah, very fascinating kind of being here. This is kind of like a time capsule of like the transition period, like when this this was a colony of England. This was the palace of the governor that was from England that controlled here in the US, and he was the last governor here, last colonial governor. And so we're kind of here like in the transition period between Virginia being a colony and the US being a country. And now we can just meander down the street and take in Colonial Williamsburg. And as you're walking, any house or building that has one of these out in front, this flag, you are actually allowed to go in with the ticket. Okay, this is just a stand where you can get coffee and potato chips. Okay, so apparently this chip stand is actually the kitchen of this house here. And they have the covered walkway to walk from the kitchen to the main house. Oh boy, looks like they have horses here. See if we can find some of the horses. Let me just follow this trail. Now, one very interesting thing is that there is private residences here. People just live here amongst the historical museums. So a lot of these houses are privately owned and are just places where people live. Just normal people who live in a living museum. Oh, what is this strange horse made of steel and rubber? Okay, we got a flag over here.
George Washington is also a friend of Mr. Wythe's. We know that he and his officers will make Mr. Wythe's home their headquarters for about 2 weeks in September of 1781.
So this is George Wythe's house. He was the mayor of Williamsburg, and also a very important figure in the revolution, in starting the new government here in the United States. And he also apparently was the law professor of Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson actually stayed in this house and studied law. So Thomas Jefferson's been in there. I think they said George Washington was in there too. Let's go see what George Wythe has growing in his garden. He wasn't just growing democracy, he was also growing lettuce. Oh, look at all these sheep here. Sheep just relaxing next to, this is the cemetery here. Let's head into the Wythe house. Oh, there's an up. Oh, yeah, look at this fantastic wallpaper here. Definitely had amazing taste in wallpaper. Yeah, I like the bright colors. Oh, looks like they're sitting down for some dessert. We got some cookies and jello shots. The study in here. Oh, you can see, look at this, doing some studying in the study. Some interesting things. Some shells and minerals. Looks like studying the solar system there, a little map of the solar system. You know, a lot of times back in the day, you know, educated people didn't just study one thing. They would study science, math, politics, all, like everything. Now people tend to try to focus in on one interest, but back then, like men of knowledge would want to know everything. There's a musket in the closet. All right, I'll see you at the top of the stairs. See the bedrooms. Those beds that you can actually tighten. Sometimes I wish I could tighten my bed when it gets a little droopy. Oh, definitely loved this fabric. Have the chairs made out of it, the bed, the curtains. See the chamber pot there. If you're tired at night and don't want to walk all the way to the outhouse. Actually, I didn't see an outhouse, so I don't know where you dump that. Maybe into the streets? Yeah, here's a copy of the Declaration of Independence. And you can see right there, George Wythe signed. You can see out here in front of George Wythe's house, it's like the block that you would use to step onto your horse. We'll turn here on the Duke of Gloucester Street. This is J.N. Greenhow here. I think this is the general store. You can buy some old-timey items in here, some old-timey games, some old-timey doormats. It's a quill toothpick. Variety of candles here. Soap balls. Some Christmas ornaments here. Ben Franklin. You got some revolutionary Christmas ornaments. Ben Franklin there. This is Lafayette. I remember him from Hamilton. And they got some books about hauntings. Oh, look at this. Colonial Williamsburg with the skull headstone. Apparently they do ghost tours here at night. See a flag here. We'll peek in. So this is the engraver.
Try to drum up support for the war. And if we were down here,
and then the original, and then they didn't do any more, and the original plates, I think,
right
at
out
the University of South Carolina.
Notice as you walk through, they do have cobbles on the side, but the main center of the street is actually covered in asphalt. Maybe some practical reasons for that, but at least they left a few cobbles for us to walk on. I love the feeling of cobbles under my feet. This is the courthouse here. And here we go. This is the classic Colonial Williamsburg photo op here. Getting your photo with the stocks and pillories. no, they don't open.
Too bad.
Must become some sort of safety concern. All right, let's see if the foot one works. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, there we go. It's highly uncomfortable. Oh, oh my gosh. Just some of this bench back here, it digs into your bottom. Oh man, I would not enjoy having to sit like this all day. Although I may have to. Oh jeez. I'm seriously stuck.
Are you stuck?
I think so.
Uh-oh.
This is silly. That was entirely ridiculous. So it's difficult because you gotta pull straight up. It's pretty heavy and you gotta pull straight up to open it. But I'm sitting back there, it's hard to get the leverage to pull it up. I was seriously trapped. I mean, not seriously because I was able to get it out, but for a second there I was afraid I was gonna have to stranger to help me out. I guess these, I don't know. It's sad that you can't pose with these, but I guess the issue is you could lift that up and kind of have a guillotine motion on your neck, which could potentially have some danger involved.
It's more like your local circuit court. We very rarely put people to death by hanging here. The only exception is if the person is enslaved and they're not allowed to be heard in the general court like free people where their felonies are tried.
All right, they're gonna recreate some colonial trials in here.
Oh, you should all be standing.
Oh.
Not us.
God save the King.
And, Mr. Sheriff? Now, do you jointly and severely publicly acknowledge that this indenture of bargain and sale, its subscriptions and seals to be bona fide?
Yes, Your Honor.
Looks like we have an encampment here. Oh, there's an occurrence over here. Oh, they're having an auction.
And the starting bid on that, because they are, all right, 52,
They're auctioning off the
going
cup
once,
for $52.
going twice, sold to my lovely supervisor back there.
It's an outdoor market. Oh, and you can buy your combat gear, your muskets, your pistols. Don't forget your canteen. All the shooting is going to make you thirsty. Also various hats. Got your Easter bonnet, your frilly pirate hat.
Let's go look at those.
This one kind of looks like Jack Sparrow's hat. Some musical instruments. Got your drum. You need those out on the battlefield. Your bugle. And the recorder. The name always confused me when I was a kid. They called it a recorder. I'm like, that doesn't record anything. That plays live music. There's no recording involved. Over here we have a cider stand. Maybe I'll grab a little bit of a cider. They didn't actually sell any cider as we know it, but they had this official root beer, Chowing's Tavern root beer here in Colonial Williamsburg, the official root beer of Colonial Williamsburg. And I am thirsty. That is a pretty yummy, nice crisp root beer there. That is good. You know, I've seen a lot of horse crap, but not a single horse. Looks like this is the book bindery, where they bind books.
Red and white, that is up underneath the end cap so that when you pull something off the shelf, you're actually pulling on this as opposed to pulling on your leather. So it's going to help.
So this is the Brickhouse Tavern. This is not a tavern as we would think of it today. Now a tavern is basically synonymous with a bar. But back in the day, tavern actually meant hotel. It says 16 good rooms for ladies and gentlemen. This is the King's Arm Tavern. Now this is the sort of tavern that we would have today. It says there's good eating here. So I guess tavern can refer to either a hotel or a restaurant. Okay, so they apparently are closed for lunch. They're gonna open back up at 4:30. So I'm gonna head back over here and have a little bit of dinner here at the tavern. Looks like we have the pharmacy there. We stop by and get some leeches. This is the apothecary.
Very Enlightenment period where
Look at these
they
bottles.
weren't really in a position to be Buddhist witches or like dealing with the occult because the science behind what they were doing had been sort of shifting to a decidedly materialist, quote-unquote scientific paradigm.
Oh, and look at this. We have a super spooky skeleton here in the back of the apothecary. Someone's been studying the human body there, but they left their wig. Oh, look at this. Patrick Henry is speaking.
Now, my friends, I must ask all of you to draw a breath and steel yourselves, for I'm about to tell you a hard and terrible fact of life.
In May of 1774, Lord Dunmore, the man who still calls himself governor of Virginia, dissolved the House because we wished to call for a day of prayer for those poor souls in Boston. Those poor souls who were about to be subjected to slavery because a handful of them had smashed up a bit of tea. More than a bit. But does it make sense to punish an entire country for what a few men did? We certainly thought not. Nor did we think it made any sense for us to go home, given that we were elected by our people. Almighty God forbid it! I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty, or give me death!
Woo! What a promo. And this here at the end of the street is the Capitol building. The Virginia Colonial Capitol building. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to go inside the Capitol building. It says that it is closed for renovations. Here is the jewelry shop, James Craig Jeweler.
So because of its malleability property, it's easier to hammer it into these shapes than it is to pour it. Okay. Right? And that's the way certain metals work. Right? So the word smith comes from the word smite, which meant to strike or to hit. So smiths are hammerers of those metals that are easily hammered or moved into shape. We are silversmiths. You have goldsmiths, coppersmiths, blacksmiths. They work with iron or black metals, right?
This is a millinery, and I don't know what a millinery is. Let's find out. Okay, I have clothing in here, blankets as well. Yeah, you can see them working on the dress there. And there's the final product.
Just transform the teapot into a...
Oh, here's the horses. Been seeing the piles of horse crap all day. Here's where it came from.
That's like 6 pounds.
Hey, horsey.
Sweetheart, hungry. Oh, wait a minute.
He's biting the fence.
He's breaking my heart. Oh, he's trying to pull.
Trying to escape?
He wants food. Maybe he went out. Or he's teething. It looks like a new one. Looks fairly new, right, Brian?
Yeah. That's a younger horse.
We come check these out.
He's eating the wood after he feeds on it.
Or he's teething.
Horse got a bad tooth.
Did you hear me?
And here we have the American Indian encampment. He's putting out the fire.
I'm pretty sure it did. This isn't the first time we've just lost a rock fire.
And over here is the brickyard, where bricks are made. So this is the kiln here. I guess we can look at some of the bricks up close.
That we're feeding bricks into. Aside from the tunnels at the base, it's solid all the way through.
Oh, the post office is allowed back here. They don't force them to use the Pony Express. This is W.M. Pitt, merchant. So I guess a little gift shop here. Or the colonial equivalent of a gift shop. What's this, chocolate?
It's our American Heritage chocolate.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So got some 18th century chocolate. Good. Not like crazy sweet. A lot of flavor. You can get your official Colonial Williamsburg t-shirts. Yeah, look at these fun dolls here. Oh, what's this guy do? Is he collapse? Yeah, there he goes. You push a little button. They lose all muscle. Lose all muscle tone. Oh, when I was a kid, I always wanted to write with a feather. Seems like it'd probably be messy though. Dipping the ink in there. A wall of farm animals. Oh, it does say Colonial Williamsburg on the back. Oh, yay. I actually thought we had missed out on press pennies. The one at the ticket office was out of order. But this one looks like it works. This is, what do we got here? We got the Capitol building, which was actually closed for renovation today. Cannon, George Washington, and then some Revolutionary soldiers. Let's get all four. And there we go, some colonial pennies for the collection. Oh, here's some Revolutionary bears, Revolutionary raccoons, some Revolutionary pigs, and like a Revolutionary squirrel. There we go, and a Revolutionary bald eagle. Oh, we do have some mini blocks. You got George Washington, you got Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton. No Patrick Henry. He's the only famous politician I met today. You can also get the Governor's Palace that we went into, and the Capitol, which we did not get to go into. See them constructed up there.
Mommy. Yeah, I probably will find some things. Wonderful.
One of the most important spots in any colonial town, the wig maker. You can see some wings there in the window.
Like are we still calling them fanny packs? I don't know. Color.
You can see all the wigs.
Actually brown.
Here, the white wigs right there.
Powdered white for formal events.
Try a wig on there in the
So
mirror.
what most folks are doing, they are having that hair sorted by color, quality, length, texture, right? Because if we were just to cut your hair off in a ponytail right now, it's not going to be the same length. So that aggregated hair needs to be prepared. And same concept with, professionals today. If you're a barber, if you're a cosmetologist, you don't make your own products. You go to that professional supply company and you say, okay, I need X, Y, and Z. You make your grocery list, you get what you need. Asia as
look at those ponytails right there.
And it's the mane of the horse. We don't want to work with, but
This is horsehair
we
here.
also know
Then goat
when,
hair.
It's maybe a good idea.
Oh yeah, goat.
Not,
Oh,
right?
here's the human hair.
The
Yes, that's the highest quality.
Hair down there, Madam Bayou, that grazing materials, you shouldn't be able to tell what that wig is made out of. So work with the right materials for the right end product.
Oh, there's a occurrence happening in the street here.
And you have to look over your shoulder. You can never completely trust anyone. You can't stay in one place for too long. You have to watch everything you say and do. Let's get back to Mrs. Brenner.
Ready?
Are you pleased with yourself?
I am. She's doing what she must.
You there, Mr.
Allen.
Mr. Allen. Did you see where Amy went?
And we have returned to the King's Arms Tavern. Get a little bit of colonial dinner. All right. Oh, harp music.
I was explaining that to the table once.
Oh, thank you.
As I was thinking ourselves. My name is George. This is Jennifer. Welcome to the King's Arms. Some of you may have been here before, but if it's been a couple years, we have new things. And some of you, this is your first time, and we want to introduce you to the real traditional items that, they're kind of de rigueur, as they say.
So here's our menu and some very interesting options. They said that kind of the house oddity is the peanut soup, which is a classic colonial recipe. It says peanuts, butter, onions, carrots, celery. Interesting. I may have to try the peanut soup. And here is the main entrees. There's a lot of duck on the menu, beefsteak, and onion pie. It's apparently their vegetarian option. Yeah, sounds like a lot of good stuff to choose from. Yeah, it shows the name of the cookbooks that the recipes come from, dating back to the early 1700s. I don't know. I think I might go for the roast duck. That's for a recipe from 1788. And you can see we dine here by candlelight. That's an actual candle. Okay, so we got some relishes on our table. That is butter there. That is corn relish. And that is ham relish. And we got some slices of bread and some corn muffins here. Let's try that ham relish. Of course, Virginia known for their hams. That is interesting. A little bit of a double ham flavor to it, but a little bit of a zing to it as well. Okay. And the bread has kind of a sour taste to it. It's interesting. A little bit of that corn relish. It really, it's basically just corn. A little bit more of that ham. It has an interesting tartness to it. I like it though. Got a good zing to it. Oh boy, my peanut soup showed up. It's almost got like a peanut broth. You can smell the peanuts. Okay. These crackers here. Dip that in the peanut soup. It smells like peanut butter. Interesting. It's not sweet at all. It kind of tastes like peanuts, obviously. It kind of just like, when you get like peanut butter, it's not been sweetened with sugar. It's got kind of a more runny consistency. Interesting. I'd cheat and use my spoon. Kind of a rich flavor to it. It's kind of like drinking unsweetened peanut butter. My roast duck has arrived. It's a half a duck there. We've got mashed potatoes, bright orange carrots, and green beans, some gravy. I know I've had duck before, but I don't think I've ever had like roast duck like this. All right, let's try some duck. Very crispy. How crispy it is. We're cutting into it. Some little gravy or beef demi-glaze. Some beef on my duck. It's so good. So the crispiness of duck skin is so delicious. Yeah, this is all excellent. The mashed potatoes, green beans, delicious vegetables here. Man, this duck. This duck is something else. I don't know if duck is crispier than chicken, but I love how crispy that duck skin is. It's kind of almost like a halfway point between like turkey and chicken, I think, and it's got the nice crispy skin. So that is excellent. I don't know if you can see how crispy that is. It's so good. Of course, you get to eat it under the romantic candlelight. It kind of reminds me of like the dark meat on turkey. We have Colonial Clean Plate Club, and I must say I am quite a fan of duck, a newly found fan of duck meat. Yeah, out here on the quiet streets of Colonial Williamsburg. See, it's kind of interesting. This is a public area, so you can come here anytime, I guess. You can come out here in the middle of the night and walk around Colonial Williamsburg. You can't go in any of the buildings, but it's a public area. And like I said, some of these houses, I don't know if that one in particular, but some of these houses are just private residences. So you can actually just live in the historic colonial neighborhood if you buy a house here. One thing I noted, like I've never been here before. I knew it was a living history museum. I knew there's people in costume and in character, but one interesting is they don't really necessarily, the majority of the actors do not keep kayfabe. They do not stay in complete character. Most of them just generally just kind of talk to you in an educational. It's more they're wearing the traditional clothes, but they're just speaking to you normally, telling you, kind of educating you about how things were. Patrick Henry, he kept in character pretty much completely, but then someone did ask him a question that I guess asked him about himself. Like he said, "Can you step out of character? Can I ask you a question?" He said, "Of course." And then he talked about his personal past, his history, how he got interested in historical reenactment. So there is, if they're doing like a performance, they will generally stay completely in character, but you can't you can't, they don't necessarily, not everyone in the shop is trying to stay in that character. They're just trying to educate. I never did see a carriage. What are these? There's like torches or Little wood fires out here in front of the houses. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, here's the courthouse we were at earlier. Yeah, there is the matter of getting back to the visitor center where my car is, my modern car. It's probably just the absence of the motorized vehicles, but you can just hear crickets and wildlife chirping, insects. And the palace sits dark and empty because here in the United States of America, we don't answer to kings or royalty. Don't necessarily feel like waiting for the bus to show up, so I think we can take the walking path back to the visitor center. And we have made it back to the parking lot. And what have we learned today? We learned that Patrick Henry is one heck of a public speaker. We learned that when making a wig, it's best to use human hair, but horsehair will do in a pinch. And we learned that the best daggum cup of peanut soup can be found at the King's Arm Tavern here at Colonial Williamsburg. Thank you guys so much for coming along. This is a new experience for me. Never been out to the iconic Colonial Williamsburg. Very interesting experience. A little different than I thought in some ways. Again, it's open to the public. Public can walk in. It's just if you go in, anytime you saw me inside somewhere, that was probably somewhere where I needed to use my ticket to gain access. You can come and walk the streets, see the exteriors of the buildings for free. If you want to dig a little deeper and actually go in, talk to the people. You know, I said it was $35 for me, and but it definitely I think definitely is worth paying the extra to go inside. A lot of cool stuff on the inside, especially I would say the Colonial Palace was very insane and impressive. The entire place decorated with swords and guns. Like, it was a very intense sort of palace. But again, thank you for coming with me. If you do like these videos, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, I travel around the 50 United States filming roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff. If you'd like to help here on the channel, consider Patreon. $3 or more each month, and I will send you a postcard from me to you. And if you'd like some merchandise or a souvenir, check the Etsy shop. We have motel key fobs, press pennies, enamel pins, other fun stuff there. And if you'd like to receive a special message from me for yourself, for a friend, for a family member, for any occasion, you can do that on Cameo. All those things are in the description of this video, and all those things help to keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Till next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.